And it looks like Rick is getting a twofer this week because he's also in this next slide. I didn't realize that when I was putting everything together here. This is in regards to future-proofing a Chromebook. He's not sure why he would spend $600 or $700 on a Chromebook that might only be supported for 6 years or less, depending on when exactly in that product's life cycle he bought it. He thinks 8 years would be better. Fayum here has a similar point in that it's kind of crazy to throw perfectly good laptops into the landfill if they're still perfectly functional after 6 years or so. He thinks they should mandate 10 years or more of software support. And this really speaks to the heart of the issue that's been bugging me about these end-of-life discussions we've been having over the last couple of weeks here on the wrap-up. If the laptop still works, it's kind of lousy that there's no more support for it, even though it's possible to support it. That's the one advantage I think that Windows laptops bring into the mix, because so long as your computer can run the operating system, it will be supported. You might have to upgrade from Windows 7 to 10. I know a lot of people aren't crazy about doing that, but the fact is you can get Windows 10 to work on a 10-year-old computer, and you can still continue chugging away with your old hardware. Platforms that have the whole stack under the control of the manufacturer, like Apple or like to some degree the Google Chromebooks, are under kind of a different scenario here. And I think laptops just last longer these days. Computers just last longer because the demands on the hardware are not what they used to be. I remember upgrading from my 486 to a Pentium. It was like a game changer, and we were only looking at about a 2 or 3 year period of time here. I don't get that same feeling when I upgrade from my old MacBook on screen here to this one. It didn't feel all that much faster. The only thing the new one did better was handle that 4K video. And like I said, that old MacBook is still being used here to edit video on this channel. It is perfectly functional almost 7 or 8 years after I bought it. And I think it's kind of lousy that we're going to have really nice computers that are kind of useless to some degree after 6.5 years, especially when they're not getting the software and security updates that they need to keep them safe. So I think we need to have a broader discussion in the industry about the lifespan of our devices and the fact that they are going to be very functional perhaps a decade after you bought them.
This channel is brought to you by the Lon.TV supporters, including gold level supporters Chris Allegretta, the Four Guys with Quarters podcast, Tom Albrecht, and Kalyan Kumar. If you want to help the channel, you can by contributing as little as $1 a month. Head over to lon.tv/support to learn more. And don't forget to subscribe. Visit lon.tv/s.